Floss Tube, it's Kerry and Stitches. It's Friday the 8th of September. This is Floss Tube 152. There we go, get there in the head. Hello and welcome. Welcome back if you're a returning viewer. Welcome if you're new. Seems unlikely though, judging by my subscriber count lately. Anywho, welcome. It's been a month. Well, 4 weeks. Well, what happened? So, as you know, usually record every 2 weeks. So week comes round to all. I actually had written my show notes, which have not changed. I should have just pulled those out earlier rather than having to try and think. Didn't realise I'd written them. And it was just one of those days. And it kind of got to 4 o'clock and I thought, can't do it. I haven't got time. Just haven't got time. It's all right. I thought, I'll catch up next week. It'll be fine. It'll be 3 weeks. It'll be fine. No. I ended up in bed with the flu for a week. Hence the title. Yeah, that was fun. Unexpected. Yeah, so I went on leave from work for 2 weeks as planned. On the Wednesday we did a few things, and Saturday we went to the Fake Festival, which is basically it was 6 professional cover bands, tribute bands. They had tribute bands for Depeche Mode, U2, Pink, Foo Fighters, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Guns N' Roses. And it was a long day. It was 12 hours we were there. So it was a really, really long day. But it was brilliant. The woman who does Pink is phenomenal. And the Foo Fighters were amazing too. And actually, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. But, yeah, it was a brilliant, brilliant day. So we went with some friends. I've probably seen some pictures on Instagram. Brilliant day. Sunday, I was feeling ropey. Best way to put it, feeling a bit ropey. I thought, we were there 12 hours. We stood most of the day. We danced. It was warm. It was, all the things. So Monday, still feeling really tired and blur. It was the bank holiday Monday. Did we do anything? I don't remember. Still feeling a bit blur. Kind of went, we'll just have a day at home. We have plans for Tuesday. So just thought, that's fine. Just chillax, do some stitching, blah, blah, blah. Didn't really. I just read and whatnot. Tuesday, we got up bright and early. I went to Silverstone to see the museum, which was a brilliant day. I loved it. My new race t-shirt. It's found at Silverstone. Great day. They had some Porsche testing on the track, Porsche Cup testing on the track, which was brilliant. We got to watch a bit of that. Loved the museum. It was really, really interesting. It was the full history of the site and the Silverstone. Lots of Formula One cars in there, and some really great interactive things, like they had a 3D cinema, which was fantastic. It's just really well thought out museum. I'll insert a picture here of my Silverstone track with the Silverstone layout, and actually at the Silverstone track. The second picture is the track was where we were watching the Porsche at Luffield Corner, which was brilliant. So just right, there we go. So brilliant, loved day, but started to feel a bit ropey. Was still feeling a bit kind of sore throaty, and I thought, I'm just tired. We'd sung all day on Saturday. I thought, it's just that. Got home Tuesday, we started to feel really poorly. Thought, do you know what? I bet somebody was asymptomatic COVID at Fake Fest. Great. Took a COVID test, not COVID. Wednesday morning, that was it. I was done, in bed all day. So, and then got back up on Sunday. So that was an exciting week of annual leave, and all I could do was read. I thought Saturday I started to feel a little bit better. So I said, do you want me to bring you some stitching up or something? I'm like, no, I can't concentrate on stitching. I could probably do some English paper piecing, because I don't need a pattern. It's repetitive. It's not heavy or anything like that. Managed to glue base 10 hexes, and then I was like, I'm done. No. So that was a bit of a disaster. And Sunday I was feeling a bit better, and I sorted out some charts for Christmas ornaments that I want to stitch for friends and things like that. So I was really pleased, and you know, went, oh, well, some more I want to stitch. And you know what it's like. It's dangerous flicking through those just cross stitch ornament editions. It really is. So anyway, then Sunday, and then I went back to work on the Monday, which was exhausting. It really was. So right. So basically, I stitched the first 2 weeks. I've stitched a tiny bit this week. Because it really took me till sort of Tuesday just to start getting back into it. But I did have an FFO weekend. So I've got a stack of 21 FFOs and 5 whips. So let's jump in. Breathe. If the video gets a bit choppy, it's because I've started coughing a lot and we've edited it out. So thank you to hubby, who's probably going to have his work cut out editing today. Right, so first up is barely, I'm even going to take it out of the bag because it's barely a start. So this was kind of one of my travel projects that I put together. Did I take this to Silverstone? Oh, started this at Fate Festival because I'm me. So it's, there you go. It's still in plastic bag. It's the North Pole Supply Company by Twisted Willow Designs. It's from 2021 Just Cross Stitch, and it's that. So, I did a little bit on the way to Silverstone. Sorry, running a bit of wire on the table. So there we go. Petty point, 36 count petty point. So that's my ornament I'm going to carry on stitching. Next up, Hive Rules. I haven't stitched on this in 2 weeks. So much for it being my daily 30 back onto it. So Hive Rules by Primrose Cottage, and I'm stitching this on 32 count white Zweigart with the called for DMC. Look, there we go. I'm over halfway though. So I think last time I saw it, I'd just done the A of always possibly. I don't know. So there you go. So it's coming on really well. I'm over halfway and I'm really loving it. Well, I mean, I think technically because it's the word B in a block here that's halfway, but looking good. And I've even already sorted out my framing choices. So when I went in to order frames for Quilting Bee, I thought, do you know what, I'm gonna have a look and just when I went to pick up my frame for Quilting Bee, I thought I'm gonna have a look at some frames because I kind of fancied colour frames for these with the white fabric and kind of the same, the colour palette's very simple. I thought, so they've got a really nice, what I really wanted was I was hoping for one this colour, but they don't have one. So I've found a nice kind of dark gold, yellowy gold kind of colour, and a really nice navy blue. I'm going to go navy blue, which are going to look amazing. And I've got a plan. I've even done a plan and everything. So yeah, so I should be starting to order those because basically currently in my 2B FFO box there are only 2 things, which are 2 Primrose Cottage. So now I've made my plan. I'm going to start ordering some frames and things for them. If I can do a couple a month, it's not particularly expensive because they're only small pieces. Hive Rules will be a 1 because it obviously is the biggest. So, and my plan is Hive Rules in the centre and then probably on the wall in front of me because I've got a lot of space on that wall. Unless I ideas, I've got ideas. Anyway. Next up, Towne by Autumn Lane Stitchery. 18 count Woodland from Lakeside. It's a Fabric Flair exclusive. There we go. Bit behind with my plan for this because, as you know, I've sectioned this up with Sharon to do over 12 months. I've just realised that 3 out of the 5 whips I'm stitching with Sharon. We have similar tastes. We influence each other, I'd say. Oh, I can't hold this up. There we go. So, since you last saw it, there's probably now it's getting a bit big. Could cut off the excess fabric, but then it wouldn't be me. Okay. There we go, that's manageable now. So I put in some more of the path, finished off this little house in the veranda, finished the roof and this bit here, and started this tree here, which is the giant big tree at the bottom. That's 150 stitches there. It seems crazy that that's 150 stitches. And all it is so it's this tree here, and it's pretty much just that bit there, I think. Yeah, all it is, yeah, is that bit there. So it's a lot of tree. Predominantly call for colours, except for the trees, which should be Glorianas but aren't being done in Gloriana. They're being done in, I've got some, the red is a DMC 115, and the kind of autumn variegated ones are a 21st century yarn silk, which is slightly thicker. It's kind of almost more pearl cotton than this. It's about 1.5, but it's pretty. And the tree I'm starting, these don't have names or numbers or anything, but I'm doing the tree in this one, which has also got some other white fluff. There you go. But they do have beautiful variegation when they're stitched up. Okay. My whip go was Violet's Blue for August by Blackbird Design. There we go, that's it there. And I have completed my whip go on it. I'm pleased about that. This is on a 36 count Slightly Spring by Sparklies. So it's a lovely, lovely pale green. And there we go. So I've gotten all the way to the bottom. So this line here forms the grass where the house starts. That's one of the bottom pansies, and that's the end of the border. So, and then Sharon and I have sectioned this up for next year. So I'm happy where I'm leaving it, because I think I'm, with the sectioning we did, we've done it into 9 because it's fairly square. And I'm changing the verse and stuff because I'm taking the verse out, so I don't like it. Well, I'm indifferent to it, so I'm taking it out. So my change will be, I'm going to move this little motif up to here, and then I'm just going to put the words Violet's Blue in there. So I have sorted the charting out of that, and I shall take out I Love But You there, but I shall still, and as we started this for Sharon's birthday, I'm going to put my initials and her initials in it, and the year we started it, I don't know, something, a year. So I think so many sews. I think I may have finished that one pretty much. Oh no, I've still got a bit to do on the top border, which falls into that one. I've got a bit of that border and a bit of that border to do for, so we're going to go January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So I'll have January, April and June, July. January, April and July bits done. And possibly a little bit into February too. So that will be a nice easy kind of, that'll ease me into it. All right then, and last but by no means least is Well Rounded by Hands On Design, and these are on 4 mystery linens by Even Weaves linens by Zweigart. I know there's Zweigart because they've got the yellow stripe, orange stripe. So there we go, Well Rounded. And this was another Whip Go call. So I finished Autumn earlier in the year. So there were the 3 autumn ones. Summer was my finish. And there we go for summer. So I just finished that mandala. And then, except I haven't clipped the threads on the back. And then the little, I think they're called the sayings or the verse or whatever that one is. And the colours are simple. The colours I've chosen are quite similar to, you can see, and this was just such a fortuitous find. These 4 colours I found in a charity shop like that. I can't remember if they were in 2 bags or it was 1 bag with all the colours in. I can't remember. I remember buying 2 or 3 packs of linen that day, and I think I paid £2.25 in total for all of it. Bargain. But as you can see, spring is on kind of like a pale lilac-y one, so that's my spring colour. It's kind of a pale, that's pale pink more so, but summer is on the brown. Autumn is on kind of like a steel bluey grey. Is that, and that's that one. And winter is on a green. So I mean, it's just kind of like made for this. And I think I brought the pattern before I brought the chart, so it wasn't like I brought the chart to match the patterns. Anywho, so winter was called. So I started winter. So I already had that one stitched, and I started that one last night. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be stitching on these. Actually, I think it's really nice when I'm really close to a finish, other than the mandala that will never end. So it's really, really loving stitching these at the moment. I can't get it in the bag, but I'm loving stitching on them. I think it's because I put 5 days down for Whip Go, and this is definitely, Whip Go has been a success this year. For 5 days, it's the perfect amount of time. I'm only behind with one, which is Stitch a Mill Hill, and that's just because I didn't have one on the go. And at some point when I've got 2 or 3 left I want to do this year, and when I do it, it'll be a Whip Go done. So it's not a problem. Well, it was Stitch a Spell, which I finished because that's hanging, oh yeah, up there. So technically I could say, oh, I did it. I finished Stitch a Spell in January or whenever it was. But I did put / Mill Hill, so I will do another Mill Hill. I've stitched several Mill Hills this year, so you know I could easily call that one done if I wanted to. But sorry, itchy nose. Floss tube. Haven't had a floss tube itchy nose for years. So this is the only one. So I've got winter. I will easily get done this month because 6 days. It's just under 1,800 stitches for the 2 designs. So 300 a day. 6 days done. This is about 45 days work. No, it's not really, but it feels like it. It's like the never-ending mandala. So, but that is a Whip Go call on its own. Shouldn't take too long to do that. So there you go. That's my whips and my my one FFO. If one FO if you count. My hair's falling out. If you count the summer. So there we go. Super happy. Okay, would you like to see the FFOs? Because we've got a lot of them. Okay, actually, let's break it up with some boring stuff. Well, it might not be boring, but I have got a couple of charts that haven't been claimed yet. So Boo's Mummy 2004 and Karen Crow, can you just message me? I've got your address, haven't I, Karen? Or have you already messaged me and I flew out and forgotten? I can't remember. Anywho, so I want to get these in the post to people. The winner of the Sewn in Friendship was the only person that entered, which was Verpi. So that's on its way to you when you email me with your address. I had it at one point, but I know I haven't got it. So Verpi, you're the winner of that. This time we have got Nantucket Rose by Lavender and Lace. So if you'd like to win this, it's a brand new unopened chart. Just say the word rose in your comment. I'll post anyway. Don't say giveaway. All the usual things. That's that done, because that's the sort of thing I would forget to do. Sorry, I can feel my throat getting scratchy. Plans. Let's go with some plans. I'm just going to keep you on tenterhooks about the FFOs. And I didn't post them all. I posted some of them to Instagram. I'm going to start Sunshine on a Stem with Sharon next week. That's kitted up with my own conversion and a mystery linen. I don't even know what count it is, but it'll work. It's fine. It's probably 36 to be honest. But there we go. Most I've kind of gone with the colours, but I'm going to do Sunshine on a Stem. I'm actually going to do it in Tangerine because I fancy brightening it up. Other plans, well-rounded. I'm going to get those done. Autumn Towne, I'm a bit behind with it to be honest, from where I should be. I should be kind of working on the last kind of third, and I'm still kind of in the August block. So I kind of want to throw a load of time into well-rounded. That too. Autumn Towne this month. Get some ornaments done. I didn't do any ornaments last month, and I'd kind of like to get back on some ornaments, especially as I need to start some for gifts this year. I've done my mum's, which was the one that like literally got done on like on the 20th of December last year. So I've got 5 ornaments planned to stitch. Might do a couple of others, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. What else? Back onto Hive Rules as well, because I want to get that done. Right. There's my plans. That's a pin. So I keep mine in front. The table kind of didn't really get cleared off properly. After I literally put my cutting mat away 2 weeks ago after I finished all my FFOs. So, because I just timing illness. Right, let's go with magazine haul and magazine flip throughs. So when I was at Silverstone, other than a t-shirt, I did buy this tote bag. And my plan is to turn it into, bung a zip on it basically, and turn it into a project bag. So oh, that's a bit smaller, that one. Let's pick that one. That's my standard size project bag from Crocette. So it's not that much, but that's it with a project bag on top. So it's kind of about the same width, give or take a bit, and it's only got a tiny bit higher at the top. Cool. And I could kind of reduce it down by that much anyway, but I'd like to keep the Silverstone Museum at the bottom. It's just black fabric on the back. So my plan is I'm going to get a red zip. I think that will look pretty cool. So, you know, add that to the never-ending projects. What are you going to do? Okay, Sparkler's fabric of the month came in. I have a 36 count linen, and that's fairly true. It's kind of a grey, slightly green. Would be a really good Halloween colour. I brought a couple of Primrose Cottage charts. A couple of their 9 patches. I don't love all the 9 patches. I won't do all the 9 patches because I've got a lot of Valentine's, so I'm not worried about that. I've got a lot of... I don't do St. Patrick's Day. I'm not overly fussed by the Christmas one or the winter one. So, but I love the August, September, October, November ones. Yeah, let's go with those ones. So I bought these 2. So that's the September one. That's the crows and sunflowers, and of course the bees, and that will obviously fit with all the bees because it's all the same colours. In fact, that uses 3 of the same colours as well. Good out. And we've got Cross Stitch Magazine issue 401. It said 4001, yeah, 401. And it's a little key fob kit, which is cute. We don't have red squirrels here. We have grey squirrels. They're a menace. They dig up all my pots. I went into the garden, Tuesday I think it was, having been ill for a week, to see that one of my pots, which didn't grow anything in it this year, literally has been dumped out onto the path by the squirrel because it's evil. I think that's revenge for cutting back the apple tree and the beech tree. This was a good issue of Cross Stitcher. I was really impressed by it. So, contents page. Really impressed by it. So all the usual kind of features of, you know, what's out there and things. Into a Jess from the Geeky Stitching Company. Stitch with Julian is a chart which says loading awesome. Usual willow tree, willow fabrics offers. Nothing that particularly jumps out at me. The seasonal houses sale is Tobermory. If you've got children of a certain age, like mine, you're now singing the Balamory theme tune, which was based on houses from Tobermory. So What's the story? Bella Morin. Emma Congdon. That's a really beautiful design, actually. And then we've got some cards, rock and roll cards. Oh, sushi, funny. Letters and whatnots. Beagle's cushion, and actually I think that's quite good likenesses. That's quite cool. Pencil pop pencils. Now, I'm not a chickensy kind of person, but I love these. I think they're super cute. How fun are they? And they've stitched them on plastic Ada. I just thought they were a lot of fun. You know. This, I thought this issue was a fantastic one for small bits, like that. And then we have a Happy Halloween collection by Cheryl McKinnon. That's Cheryl McKinnon. You know when you say something, yeah, Cheryl McKinnon. Thai modernist. Cute little sampler. Now, not overly bothered by some of it, but I think that's fun, and I do love the little haunted house section, which you could easily stitch on their own. And then there's just lots of motifs. Oh, which is brilliant. Especially if I want to carry on doing my tag finishes and things like that. So I'm really pleased with what's in there. And there's like 3.5 pages of them. Some more finishes there. And these aren't all the designs. So there's loads of different motifs. So, woo! And then, I think this is, yeah, and another one from Cheryl, and she's done these little, I've done them as pendants, but they'd be brilliant for ATCs or just little fall ornaments. Stitch them on a bigger count, and they could be just little pinwheels. What are they? 23 square? Oh, 23, yeah, 23. I only show 3, but there's 10 different designs. There's a couple of autumn leaves. There's an owl, a hedgehog. So hang on, that's that, and the fox. Sunflower. They're lovely. Really like those. So, oh, let's put that bit that way. That's a really sweet little design, isn't it? That's Doreen Jones. Actually, I wouldn't have guessed that. Autumn sampler. I love the bottom border. And I like the house actually at the top. I like these ones they've brought out this year. Because last year's was a bit repetitive. Or maybe it was the snow winter one. I don't know. But I like the fact that those borders aren't repetitive. I mean, they are across because they're band samplers, but they're not. I think one of them had like snowdrops. Different snowdrops. And a third style of snowdrop. And you just kind of know, bit dull, but love that. That's really cute. And then they've got their patterns of autumn black work, which is cool. And we've got Ready Steady Stitch, it's autumn key fobs with animals. We've got a lion, a squirrel, and forest friends. To stitch along. Needles, what's that? Needles, Stonehenge, Rock of Cashel, and Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park. Well, I've at least been to 2 of those. Been to Stonehenge and I've been to the Needles. I was 6, it's like knocking on 40 years ago, but I've been there. So, what else we got? How to stitch. And then the take a break is a little record, which is cool. And then next month, bonus bumper Christmas pack. I don't know what that is, but I do like that. I do fancy doing that. And then how to make a gingerbread house kind of recipe stitch. So that's Cross Stitcher 401, the October issue. Okay, where are we at? That's everything. Oh yeah, FFOs. FFOs. Let me just drag the pile. So, some of these do need something else on them. So we've got Mill Hill Pumpkin, just got felt back. I do want to put a hanger on it, but didn't get around to it. So there we go, that's that one. Joy. All of the designers are in the drop down, but I've forgotten who this is. A Comtesse, maybe? And that's just got some gingham. I'm quite pleased actually, considering I didn't offset, you know, do it on the diagonal. It's not bad. My mum's ornament by Crocette A Go Go. It's just got some dark fabric. It's more like it. So pleased with that. I love the fact the hubby does CAD, because it means he makes me templates. There's the boo ornament finished. That just needs some string on it or something. So those are my easy finishes. And then we went into production. Grand Prix tracks. So I have finished these all in exactly the same way, even though they're slightly different sizes. So, this is Jeddah. I just got a cording I brought from, because the thought of making 24 lengths of cording and just doing the maths to buy the right amount of stuff was just kind of just blowing my mind. So I went and bought cording because I'm lazy. And actually it worked out cheaper, because I think I spent 80 pence a metre. I brought out all that Hobbycraft had in this particular one, which wasn't enough. Then I need another 4 meters, but it was quite nice because it's kind of a bit shiny, and it just fitted perfectly with the fabric. The fabric was from, no, it's the one in Kidderminster. So Crafty. Oh, so Crafty. There we go. And just to get half a metre of it was cheaper to buy from the Etsy site, because it was free postage, than it was to buy direct from them, even though the fabric itself was cheaper, but I had to pay postage. Either which way, it was cheaper just for that one piece of fabric to buy from their Etsy store. So Jeddah. There was a production line, and then we've got, let's whip through these. So we've got Azerbaijan. I should be able to look at these and tell you what they are. Red Bull ring, really don't care. That's wonky, because that's because we don't like Red Bull. Let's look at Gilles Villeneuve. So all I've done is they've got some piece of felt on mat board. As you can see, they've got no hanger, because my plant, I've got a ton of bulb pins upstairs, and because I don't actually know how they're going to be on the tree yet with all of them, my plan was just to probably use a bulb pin and an ornament hanger just to put them on, because of not having to have lots of dangly bits. If not, I will just affix a bit of ribbon to the back or something. Barcelona, Catalonia, Monaco, Miami, Albert Park, Spa-Francorchamps, Bahrain, and Hungary. Oh, and obviously Silverstone. Now, Abby charted it this way, I think. Or did she chart it this way? I think Abby charted it this way, but the writing, I but the writing was at the way. So I was looking on the F1 website, the F1 website, and it had it this way. So I ripped out the words and put them in this way. Took it to Silverstone, and it is that way. And so not amused that. Sorry, Abby, for not trusting you, is what I'm going to say there. But if you can't trust the F1 thing to get the circuits the right way up and whatnot, who can you trust? Okay. As predicted, I can't adult today in a fancy gold frame. I had got a bigger frame for this, and I was going to have it a bit like Eleanor Rigby, but it was too big. So Goth Chicken by Lindy Stitches, 32 count Galaxy by Jodery Designs in the 4/4 DMC. This is a reframe. This is Coffee Drinker's Confession by Heartstring Samplery. That was in a big frame, and it was too big, and it was taking up a load of space. And I'm going to tilt you a little bit, as you can see. There we go. There we go. Monkey Wrench is now on the wall. In that space was Coffee Drinker's Confession. It was the only thing in there, and it fitted a 12 by 12 frame for Monkey Wrench. So I'm going to have a new one made, which fits it, and it's a similar colour to the one I had before, and I absolutely adore it like this. As you can see, it's got the telltale Kerry wonkiness of the one corner. It's always one corner that goes up, and it's usually the bottom right. But I love that in there. Don't know where it's going on the wall yet. I've got to rearrange the wall, not most of it. But there's a whole section. Let's pan across, as you can see all my junk. Basically everything to the left of the big blue one, it needs to be redone. I'm thinking of putting some black work there, making that kind of a black work section. Or I potentially could take it all down and rejig where that lot goes. There's a lot smaller pieces, and do my Primrose Cottage wall, but I'm not sure that's big enough. So, hello, back again. Yeah, so I don't know. But basically I know I've got so many things that need to go on that wall and I've started going above the door, and I put one up that I finished last FFO weekend. And I realised, you look at it and go, there's so much space around it, because I've gone because it was there originally, but it was it was actually a canvas, and it's gone into a small frame. So basically I just need to redo that whole section and above the door, because I think there's a lot of things that can be shuffled around and moved up there. Yeah, anyway, so right, I'm gonna have a little cough now just before the end of the video, so excuse me for a moment. That's better. Right, last FFO, my favourite FFO. So Janine, if you happen to watch this, Quilting Bee by the Blue Flower, stitch on, Bacchus? I don't know. I don't remember. And I've put the fabric away. I'm going to go with Bacchus by Chromatic Alchemy. If I'm wrong, the names are on the screen right now, because I'll go back and check before it's edited. So another custom frame from the cabin. They do such a good job with my custom frames. So these two frames cost me £23, £24. Yeah, I think they were £11.99 each, which is fantastic. So just love it. They do obviously come with glass, but I chose not to put glass in this one because most of mine don't have glass in, so it's summertime. But there we go. I absolutely love this. So pleased to have this finally finished. So you haven't actually seen this as a finish either. So there we go. So last time you saw it, I needed to do these two motifs. And I think a couple of small ones as well. So there we go. Quilting Bee. So that now makes Spot Sampler my oldest whip. So, which I think's heading into 3 years. I think it's September 2020 I started that one. So I really need to push on with that. But it's about 3,000 stitches left on it. So it needs to be a focus finish for the year. So lots of things to go on the wall. This does have a space. This has always been earmarked to go just above, oh sorry, over the camera. Let's try that again. Always to go above where there are bees. And there is, as you can see, there's a patch above the monitor. That's my bee corner. So that's for the bees that aren't the Primrose Cottage bees. So quarter bee. And Spot Sampler may end up there. And Goth Chicken's going over there somewhere as well. And I also have a plan to get the Blackwork Samplery framed, because that's a big frame for quite a small sampler. And I have plans, people, plans. A lot of it involves custom frames. But it's all good because, you know, I don't buy a lot of charts and stuff. As you know from my haul, I don't buy a lot. So if I want, and my custom framing is just so reasonable from the cabin that I'm happy to support a small local business. Although I did spend a chunk of my overtime. Fall Out Boy tickets. So basically all my songs, all my titles between now and probably the beginning of November are going to be Fall Out Boy songs. So Lottie and I are super excited. We're going to see them on Halloween in Birmingham. Yay! Just saving up for Foo Fighter tickets now because they've been on sale because we missed all the cheap tickets. So, but I want to go and see them. Anywho, last one is Summer Plant by Barbara Anna. I had no idea what I was going to do with this one. And I needed to go to Hobbycraft to get the cording. So I was over there. So kind of took some measurements. Actually, the girl in the shop in Hobbycraft was really confused because I was looking for something that was of a similar size to the circle. And I didn't know what, and I had the frame I thought could work wasn't going to work. It was the wrong size. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do it, because I kind of figured it wasn't going to go on the main wall. It was going to be more of a seasonal piece. I just didn't know what to do. So in the midst of all my FFOing, I saw this and I thought, well, that's about the same. Excuse me, that's about the same size. So it's me in Hobbycraft, walking around Hobbycraft. With this, and she's like, the girl looks at me, what's that? I actually did write my shopping list on the back. She's like looking at me very strangely as when I go to the till and put it down. She's like, oh, that's my template, that's the size I needed. I was looking around, didn't know what I wanted, so I had a look at the plain wooden things. I kind of, in my mind, kind of had like a porthole kind of vibe going, because it's quite nautical, and I just found this wooden blank. Didn't have that, and that's one of my little feet things. It was about £2.80. It's an annoying staple. And I just mounted it on some foam core. That's foam core. Cording drilled some jute string. So just in, it's not solely for the stranded cotton. Just some jute twine, and I think I only did 2 lengths of it. It works with a cording drill. Who knew? Kind of so this rope kind of look. And then I had some scrapbook paper in my stash, and I thought I had a kind of seasidey kind of ones. Didn't quite have what I wanted, but this one with this sort of compass points, and I thought it just works fine. And I had this feet at home, and it's a cute little stand up. So pleased with that. I think that's a fun little thing. Use basically the same techniques as my standing. I've got a tutorial, standing flat mount stand up thing. I don't know what it's called, but there we go. So let's just use scrapbook paper, words, rather than fabric. So didn't paint it. I was going to paint it, and I was kind of like, make a mess of it. It's going to be horrible. I had that. Works. Really pleased with it. Phew. 45 minutes later, and we're done. And I'm about to start coughing again, and I don't want to have to do loads of edits on this. I will put a few Silverstone photographs in at the end, probably. Actually, no, I'm not going to put Silverstone photographs in. Sorry, they're on my Instagram. Have a look there. Right. Until I see you next time, friends. Take care. Have a great stitchy fortnight. And we'll see you hopefully in 2 weeks' time with the new Fall Out Boy track title. So, anywho, take care, friends. Have a great stitchy fortnight. Happy stitching. Bye-bye.